video we'll go over the Edge Devices page found in Horizon's Admin Center client. First, access the Admin Center client by double-clicking on the icon found on your desktop. Provide the appropriate login credentials. And once at the home page, simply navigate to the left-hand side of the screen to where the camera's icon is found on the sidebar. Click on the camera's icon and use the navigation tree to find the Edge devices in the list. The Edge Devices page can relay some important information about your system, as well as certain settings that may need to be changed in order to discover specific types of cameras within the system. At first glance, you'll see a total number of Edge devices that have been currently discovered by the system. The list of Edge devices below, as you'll see here, show the IP address of the unit, the vendor name, the model number of the camera, the MAC address, the firmware version, the driver that's used to communicate with the device, and the current status of the device. Currently, you'll see that all four of the encoders. Over on the attached column, you'll see that there are check marks in the box next to each one of these cameras. By unchecking a box next to a camera, it will simply detach this camera from the network once the apply button has been pressed. You'll notice that it also gives you a warning which states that if a camera is detached, you will only be able to view the recorded clips. Are you sure you want to detach the camera? We can simply say yes, and we can detach that camera from the system. To reattach the camera to the system, simply place a check mark in the box next to the camera and click on the apply button once again. You'll see the various status changes on the camera going through the connection and then finally to the connected state. If you plan to use third-party cameras with your Horizon system, it may be a good idea to check the discovery settings down here at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Within the discovery settings window, you can decide which encoders the system will discover and connect. By placing a check mark in the box will enable you to discover those cameras. Once you've updated the various settings, click on the Save Disk, and you can now start discovering additional models of camera. The Edge Devices page is equipped with the Add Device Manually button, which can come in handy on structured networks where the system can't discover a camera due to various network settings. We also have the ability to replace an existing or potentially failed encoder within the system just by using the Replace Device button up here at the top of the screen. This can be simply done by highlighting the camera that you'd like to replace within the list and clicking on the Replace Device button. Please note that in order to use this feature, the camera that you are replacing must also be the exact same model number. As you can see, I have one camera in my list that fits the criteria. I can now highlight that camera in the list and click on the OK button, again giving me the confirmation, and then lastly, the operation will complete successfully, and I have now swapped out my potentially failed encoder for a new encoder that I've added to the system, as you can see here within the list. For additional information in regards to the Edge Devices page, simply click on the Help Disk in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This intuitive help guide can help you understand all the various settings that are available to you within the system. Thank you, and be on the lookout for additional training videos brought to you by DVTEL's TCX Training Department.